So we're now in February. The last time we saw the bobcats on any trail cameras or camera traps was back in October, and unfortunately I'd rushed the setup and this is the image that I ended up with. It would have been fantastic, except for the fact that it wasn't in focus. So this time we've now got snow on the ground, got snowshoes on, and we're going to go put the camera over in the pine kind of trail, because we know that the bobcats are going through there, and they've been seen fairly recently. Someone posted on Facebook, so fingers crossed they'll come through. So we're going to head over that way, set up that main camera first, and then when we come back following our tracks, we'll set up some trail cameras. So let's get going. So we've managed to snowshoe our way over to the pine trail. This is slightly closer to the main path, but we've got a nice kind of set of tracks. There's two kind of ways that come into this one pathway down here. The snow's obviously not as deep within the tree line, which is where the wildlife prefers to walk, and we have seen bobcats come through here in the spring and summertime. As I mentioned, they were spotted a few weeks ago in the local area, so I'm going to get to setting all this up, and I'll come back to you once I've set this up. So I've just set up all the camera. We've got the camera along this kind of pathway here. We've got one flash, I think it's at 1/8 as the kind of background fill flash. The sensor is down there as well, just behind the camera. I've got another flash at 1/4 power. I think it's 1/60th at f11 at 800 ISO, I think. I've made a kind of barrier, as it were, just because we've been walking around here, and hopefully that kind of gets rid of any scent that we've kind of put up. There's a trail camera just behind me as well, so this one will be a real surprise next time we check it, because I won't have a live camera on it. I'm using one of the One Stop Nature Shop cameras over there, so hopefully we get some bobcat footage in the snow. If not foxes, maybe coyotes, who knows, but we're going to go set up some other trail cameras and live cameras. I went ice fishing a few weeks ago, and I have some fish guts from filleting them. So I thought, instead of throwing them in the garbage, bring them out here and put them in front of a live camera and see what happens. So we're going to head over into the woods and set those up. Maybe we get a fisher. So having set up the camera trap over in the meadow, I wanted to set a few cameras up in some other possible locations. As I say, and I mentioned before, I went ice fishing recently for the first time, which was quite the experience and pretty fun. And as a result of that, I've got some fish guts that have been sitting in a bucket for a while, so I thought I'll bring them out here and see what species are around. Was that a fisher? Just seen some snow drop over there. But I thought I'd set some cameras up here, and then if we see anything on the cameras that we, like the location, things like that, then we can bring the other camera trap here and set that one up as well whilst that one's running. Fingers crossed. I've waited so long to try and get a photo of a bobcat in the snow, and it hasn't happened yet. So I better get putting these fish cuts out before it's too late and too cold. I think my partner Danica's already gone back to the car, which is fair enough. Right, I will put this out and probably just have the GoPro recording so you can see that, and I'll set up some cameras. So in this particular location there was quite a few trails amongst the snow. For this I decided to put up a Reolink camera. I do like live cameras sometimes for their instant feedback, so it saves me 2 trips into the field, one to check a trail camera and then another to come back and set up the actual camera. These ones are super easy. I just strap them onto the tree, and the good thing about these is that they send a notification straight to your phone, so I can kind of get real-time feedback of what's been in the area and maybe what times the animal's coming through, particularly useful for lighting scenarios. Now I've been to this location before to set up camera traps, and I've got pictures of northern fishers, coyotes, and also raccoons. Raccoons are generally everywhere, but I'm yet to see the bobcat come through in the snow. I have had it on the trail camera here, but it's not come through in the snow, which is a little bit annoying, but hopefully this is the time when we can get some feedback from the live cameras that the bobcats are there and are passing through the area, so next time we come up we can set up a camera trap. So we've set up all the cameras now, including the ones with some bait. Now just to clarify, I don't bait any of my camera trap setups, but I thought it would be a cool opportunity to kind of see which predators are around and active at this time of year. I know, and I'm hoping the bears are still asleep, but we've got fishers, raccoons, foxes, coyotes and bobcats, as well as otters as well, but it's really the fishers that'll be cool to see. So I've got a couple of those set up and a couple of trail cameras, and that's it really for this part of the video. Please, if you can, fingers crossed for me. I say it was last October that I managed to get out of focus shot of the bobcat, so I'm hoping this time around I can get one in the snow. As I say, this time there is no live camera, it's just a trail camera, so it will be a real surprise. So depending on the weather, I'll probably check back on it in about 3 weeks time and see how it goes. Now that me and Dan have trod down a snowshoe path, it's a lot easier, but having said snowshoes, I'm just about to put mine on and head back, but hopefully it's looking good for bobcats. It's not too cold, it's starting to get into the pluses, so plus 3-4 degrees Celsius, and they're more likely to sort of come out of this sort of transitional period. So that's it for me today. I'm having a bit of a cold and flu, so it's pretty tough coming out here, but here's for the bobcat in the snow picture. Fingers crossed, but I better get out of here in case the fisher starts turning up for the cameras. So we'll catch you in a little while. It's the illness.